that's neat. I hear a few geese around here. Are some of the geese nesting up in this area?
Yeah, the geese nest all around this island, and many mornings I'll wake up and see 4 or 5 different sets of proud parents with all the little goslings swimming right in front of the house.
Oh, that's got to be cool.
From an artist standpoint, you can't find better inspiration than that.
Yeah. And what other wildlife you have out here?
We've got black bear, mule deer, white-tailed deer, plenty of white-tailed deer, bald eagles, red fox, raccoons, badger.
Wow.
And one morning I'm standing down at the edge of the river looking up the river, and I see white-tailed deer, geese with their goslings, wood duck, a red fox, all within about a 20-yard swath of visual view.
My gosh, that's unbelievable.
The studio's here, and finally, after a lifetime of dreaming about the studio, I've got my dream studio that I'll take you to in a moment.
Yeah, that's right. It's right up here on the hillside behind us. Boy, fantastic. How many years have you been in this spot?
4 years now, and I relocated here. You know, as an artist, you can, as you know, you can live anywhere you want to. And I considered that. I considered living overseas or in the southern part of the U.S. or even in the east. And I grew up in Butte, Montana, so it's great to be able to kind of come back to a state that you're familiar with. But Montana is still an agricultural state. It still has the essence of the West. You know, less than 1 million people, 950,000 people in the 4th largest, including Alaska, state in the U.S. So that it's very, very rural. And I think that you probably can't find a more beautiful place in the West. Montana, I think, it has it all. It's big sky country. You can just look around. This is the Absaroka Mountains.
Yeah.
It's just a spectacular place to be.
Well, the grandeur of it it's overwhelming. It's got to really loosen up some knots and allow you to really free up your mind when you're able to finally relax, you know, when you are in an area like this, because just the sound of the water here it's spectacular. It's very calming.
Well, it's interesting. I was walking to the studio the other day, and well, last season, fall, and I saw a bear walking up the studio. The dog chased the bear up the tree, and I said, "Good morning." The bear walked up. There were a herd of whitetail right in front of the studio, and that was my commute to work. I got in a bear jam on the way to work.
All right, great. Well, I'd really love to see your studio. So if we can hike up that hill and go check her out.
You've got the right shoes on. You'll be able to make it. This is my old studio. This is where I used to paint. It's now turned into a torture chamber. This is the weight room. It's a place that I start my day out with every morning. And I used to be a personal trainer in a former life, and bodybuilder, and competed in powerlifting as well for years. And now, you know, that discipline that you gain in those sports transfers over to the art, because I'll paint up to 16, sometimes 18 hours a day, getting ready for an exhibition. And it takes a lot of discipline to be able to keep that focus, that intense focus for that long. And I definitely see from my bodybuilding days, this transfers over so well, and it's really contributed a lot to my painting.
So instead of, give me one more, it's
give me one more, 2 more. Exactly, yeah. Well, I can paint with a lot bigger brushes as well. Makes it easier. Heavier brushes.
You have a different brush through each finger, and
exactly.
I'm really good.
Just rotate them through.
That's all it is. It's just a man with a stick with some hair on it.
That's it. That's exactly it.
I know it's way beyond that, so let's go ahead up to your studio and check that out.
This is the little studio, David.
Little studio. Quite the contrary. God, this is a beautiful place.
Well, thank you. It's a studio that I've been dreaming about for many, many years, and built it about 2 years ago. And I incorporated that agricultural type feeling to the outside, and kept it big and wide open in the inside. Although I do have a bedroom and a bathroom and a kitchen here in case I end up painting late into the night and don't want to walk back down to the house. But it's nice also to be able to host functions or art workshops here. We do some fundraisers as well, and art openings. The paintings can hang on the wall as they finish.
Well, it's super cozy. It's definitely a place to hang out. There's no doubt about that, guy. And it's, I mean, typically a studio, there's clutter and dust and all kinds of things massed all around, but it gives you a real nice, comfortable feeling in here because you're painting such great works, and they demand a presence like this to be able to work in an area that's bigger and more spacious, so you're not all cramped in a small studio like a lot of us are when we're getting started. I know you didn't always have big studios like this, but it's got to be awesome to have some room.
It's amazing. I painted in the garage, a bedroom, a driveway with an awning over it, but now to have this space, and I can get back from my painting. So some of these large 10-foot canvases, I can get back 35 feet and be able to get a perspective on it. So it makes a big difference.
It's awesome. I love the woodwork in here too, and it's the finish you have. It's like you're inside of an old adobe building. That's
yeah, try to create it look like smoke had damaged over. Give it a sense of history. And the nice thing about it is that this is evolving. A painting will be finished. It might hang on the wall for a period of time and then go out to an exhibition, so that I can cover the holes up when I'm changing the size of the canvas is being hung.
Wow, that's really cool.
But you're seeing a lot of work now that has been finished. Some of it is waiting for houses to be completed where the painting's going to be installed. Some of the work is waiting to go on tour, on exhibition. And some of them are still in progress, as you see scattered here.
It's, you got these great big huge paintings that are just incredible. But I mean, right when we were walking in, I focused in on these little guys because I haven't really seen any of these smaller works that you do. And is it part of a study program, or is it just something that you like to get a filler in there, or something where you're not working on it for 3 or 4 months?
I do what I call study paintings that sometimes will be a 5x7. Like this was a study for the large painting over here called Peaceable Kingdom. But normally I don't do color studies if I know exactly where I'm going to go. But it might be a series of studies. I'm working on anatomy. I've actually done about 7 or 8 paintings similar to this that have been in that particular setting, the Kalahari Desert. And if you look at this painting, this is a good example because it's in mid-transition. I do an underpainting of acrylic wash. After I've sketched it as a thumbnail, sketched it on a finished sketch, and then take it up to the canvas, I'll sketch it on the canvas and then wash it in with acrylic. Kind of an old masters call it a sepia color, but I use a burnt sienna and raw ochre and a little bit of yellow ochre. And then wash it in. This one actually introduced a little bit of magenta as well. Wash it in, very translucent, very watercolor. But you can see that the form is established, the relationship is established, and then I go ahead and overpaint in oil. So everything you see here in the background is all done in oil. Now I'm ready to start doing the elephants, and then I'll do the foreground and the water. And so wet on wet with oil is nice because you can blend the edges, make it soft. And the acrylic creates the map for you. So often, I'll be painting, and I can flip the canvas upside down, or this way, based on whatever's easier to make the stroke, because the map's all there. I'm just following the map.
Oh, okay.
I wish I could buy these actually pre-numbered and already sketched out for me, and I could just fill it in. That'd be nice.
Oh, paint by numbers guy.
Paint by numbers. There you go.
Great.